Hey, how's it, aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. We're back here at the University of Hawai'i Cancer Center with Dr. Ueno, standing in a facility where work is going to be done here in Hawaii for the very first time.
That's right. This is one of the kind, and it's basically called Early Phase Clinical Research Center. And the idea here is to make sure that we get the most innovative new clinical trial for people who have advanced cancer, and that's what this is about. And we want people not to leave the island for this type of special care.
Now, the goal of Ho'ola, in many ways, is to keep people here. Why is that such an important part of the process?
Because in Hawaii, we never have this kind of place, and this is really the first time. And one of the reasons that people think about leaving is because they want something innovative, right? And that's something that we never had, and that's the uniqueness that we're going to be bringing. And sometimes these phase 1 trial gives drugs that's going to be coming very soon and very promising. So it's a kind of chance to give up hope to everybody.
And when we're talking about hope, Doc, let's expand on clinical trials. Right. The work that's going to be done here, and why, in essence, clinical trials are such an important part of the process.
Well, clinical trial is very important because a clinical trial is a part of what we call standard care. And the reason that we have the treatment that we have now is because there was a clinical trial that was conducted in the past. So it is a way, a path to really establish the new standard care. So that's why it's so important. Yeah.
And Doctor, when can people expect Ho'ola to be officially open to serve people here in Hawaii and in the Pacific?
Right. So this beautiful facility, we hope to really finish the construction sometimes next year, and our goal is to open this late next year.
Thank you very much, Doc. Now, as we continue to talk about the care that's going to be offered here at Ho'ola, again, clinical trials are a big aspect of that. We want to welcome in our next guest, Mari Martin. And Mari, you have a very unique story. Tell us about it.
Sure. When I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with childhood leukemia. And when I was receiving that diagnosis, one of my doctors suggested a clinical trial through the University of Hawai Cancer Center. And that would allow me the opportunity to stay right here at home in Hawaii.
What do you remember about going through that at such a young age?
Well, of course, it was challenging at times, but the clinical trial was on, and especially being able to receive treatment here in Hawaii allowed me the opportunity to be around family and have the support of my community here locally.
Now, going through that process of the clinical trial all the way back to when you were 4, you're continuing to be a part of this place in the research that continues, right?
Yes, that's correct. I go back once a year for my annual checkups, and that's through a long-term study through the UH Cancer Center here as well.
Mari, you mentioned the importance of being here at home, surrounded by family, when you're going through this. Why is that such an important aspect, and how does that kind of aid and help kokua and support you during the process?
Sure. So I now have a son and a child of my own, and I can't imagine being away from family and friends, during this such a challenging time, of course. Additionally, though, I think it can be so exhausting to have to travel to the mainland and whatnot to receive the treatment, in addition to the treatment in and of itself. So having the support here locally and just being at home is so comforting too. So it's a really unique opportunity and so special.
What would happen maybe if you didn't participate in the clinical trial? Do you know?
I don't know that I would have had the same opportunity to be surrounded by family and friends, which I think is so important. And I think that in and of itself poses some challenges too, especially for somebody so young. But also I think of, myself as an adult, if I needed the access to this type of treatment, I would want to be here at home and be comfortable, in my home here in Hawaii.